Guys, it's been a while since sort of actually. Um, First of all, I'm going to start with some of the comments that I keep seeing. Um, Again, I commented on one of my videos. Do not ask me where I'm located. Do not try to guess where I'm from. You know I'm targeted, and you know that this is a real thing. You know that we're victims, and you know that we're going through this horrible um games that people put us through every single day. So um just common decency. Um Comment what you want to ask, but not about where I am located, because I'm so sick and tired of the same things that these people are able to get away with. Um, I'm burnt out from honestly just having to care about these people. Because if I have to say this, they put me through so much that I just don't know what to look forward to sometimes. At the end of the day, I know how to cheer myself up and know that I can still accomplish my goals, but you just look at the world, you look at the people that are infiltrating your life, and it's like, why? Sometimes you wonder, why would God create a world to, for people to love each other, but also create such evil within it? But we have to use it to transmute it and make us stronger. And it really does come down to the most stupidest things that these people attack us. Um, One of the things I'm going to talk about, I'm not sure if this is the correct way to say this, but I'm pretty sure it is. Either way, you would know what I'm talking about. We're going to talk about EMF signals, radio frequencies, and 5G towers. Now, the common thing with gang stalking and having these headaches, feeling tired at the end of the day, feeling drained, it's those internet towers. It's quite common that we live near one in our city or suburb, and in many cases, whenever we go past one, we have these glitches, or we have headaches, or outages. I used to live near a huge radio frequency tower that powered the neighborhood for internet, 5G, etc. And that made it so easy for me to get frequent burns on my skin. Technology interference, hacking, um, brain, and they can hack your brain being hacked, witchcraft, black magic. It made it easier in some cases, many cases. And I like it just attacked me so much that I just started paying attention and realizing that I'm more than just a victim of corrupt people in community, but I'm a victim of gang stalking and um setups and sacrifices of cults that want to take me out because they hate what they see in me. So for us people, it's more to see in the eye. Um, it's a rabbit hole that nobody would want to go down willingly unless you know you're going to win for sure. Um, they have the capacity to send you radio frequencies through EMF signals and Bluetooth frequencies to interfere in your thoughts and plant thoughts that are not really yours. You may be thinking weird thoughts that you can hear that are not even in your language, and it's it's translated through I almost said voodoo through Bluetooth to disrupt the frequency in your brain and to throw you off track, um to make you upset, irrational, um just almost turn you into some like someone else that is uh really wanting themselves to be uh put to rest. And I don't wish, like, nobody should feel that way, but this is how bad it is. And when you're exposed to such things, you go outside for a walk where I used to live, and even going outside, going for bike rides, I would like I would be more closer to the radioactive tower, to that 5G tower, um going outside. So you know uh, I'm happy where I am now, but doesn't needless to say, my new neighborhood, I still have it. There is still a Masonic center here. Um, 5G tower not to be seen actually near the train station. So our 4 minutes away, 3 minutes away from my house. I don't really need to worry about much, but um, yes, we need to do something about our technology, and we need to, because here is this. We can put a VPN and security on our devices. Somehow they still bypass to that. But we can still try to block whatever this corrupt CIA or organization are monitoring us to experiment on our brain. Because that's what they're doing. That's why they're doing this to us. They're experimenting on normal innocent civilians to find new war tactics to use on enemy states, or just to find new ways to understand the human mind. This is how scientists work. They want to know what makes you tick. They want to know how your brain is worked, so how it's functioned, uh, which is why they do all this harassment to you. And another way they're doing this is to activate something. So a lot of the times, um, okay, I was not I because when I talk, I start remembering what I am was planning to say for the past 2 weeks on my the next time I film a video. So if you heard about organized crime, right? You watch a few videos about it, and you would hear about how the government would actually set up somebody to work for them, um, and that person would willingly work for the government to actually be a criminal or a serial killer. So I know, how is this related to gang stalking? So uh, the government would so the government is connected to cults. Cults have a lot of money. Cults run the world basically. Uh, you have one in your local neighborhood. They're everywhere. in every corner of your neighborhood, there is at least 5 or 10 cults that are operating, and members know each other. Everybody knows each other. They're all friends. Um, and thanks to the internet, 5G, and look, I'm young, so I know how deep the corruption goes past than that. It's you know, it's through every single telecommunication app and service that you use that these people are able to commit these frauds and these crimes against you. Um, they work with cults. That so whenever you suspect something, there is evidence to back it up when you do your research, and there are real victims and people who have the ability to uh have more power to expose at least what they can. Um, so what I was saying about the government recruiting people from these cults. So this is where I would be specific about this. So the government would recruit people from these cults, people who are hardcore Satanists, because that's what they are. Um, And there are cults that call themselves Satanists, but a lot of the times, if they want an obvious power, but they want more power in a way that they can be evil but not be seen as evil, they would probably go for a cult like the cult of Scientology, or if you heard how Brittany Murphy was taken out, I don't always mention celebrities on my channel because people are only speculating how people get taken out or people get set up or people get gang stalked or whatever. There have been rumors, it hasn't been confirmed, but there have been rumors that she was gang stalked. But she was gang stalked. She was they blamed it on the mold in her house, but I have my suspicions. And she knew something, she witnessed something, and I don't know if she was a part of a religion, but I maybe her husband at the time was, or her boyfriend at the time was. But it's the people that you know. So it was the people that she knew that were a part of these cults and all that. And anytime these people that are part of these cults, anytime they can be indoctrinated. You know what that means? Indoctrinated, so anytime they can become uh a different person. So they can turn into a robot that works for the government. Not literally robot, just somebody um who's so gone, right? I don't know how to explain it because even kids get indoctrinated. So I don't know if I can say that because children can still have emotions and they're just manipulated by adults. But these people get indoctrinated to commit these crimes, to kill people, to take people out, to hunt people down like prey. What do I mean by that? Um, is exactly what I mean by that. They are indoctrinating people. And they're able to indoctrinate people who are already in a lower negative frequency and are part of a hardcore religion or a very hardcore satanic religion. Here's the thing, it's any religion. Because for me personally, and or other targeted individuals who go to any place or religious place, they get gang stalked. Um, all the time when it's like sometimes it depends, maybe by half the people in that religious place or just 10 people in the religious place. Um, they infiltrate every religious sect in your country. And they know how to indoctrinate a person to commit very bad crimes to innocent people. Now, there have been cases, many cases of people finding cameras in their houses and all that. Um, Honestly, for me, I can honestly find evidence and my memory will probably be wiped. I'm not sure. But I have had evidence, but you know what I mean? It's corruption at its finest. Um so there are if you watched Stranger Things, um it is actually based on a real story that happened in America where they were experimenting on children. And the whole monsters, no, what Stranger Things is actually more of a documentary than a fantasy, and they exaggerated what happened um in that place in America because there weren't like monsters going around everywhere. Absolutely not. It was just the real story. So like a story that's not exaggerated by Hollywood and turned into a fantasy. Um, we're not going to look at that. We're going to look at the original story of what I know about what happened to those kids that were experimented on with MK Ultra. And yeah, like that's exactly what I said, that they were experimented with MK Ultra. um they run experiments on them, they tested them, and um they did practice psychic things with them to see if they can see what's in the spiritual world. And I feel like the upside down, this has been said by not just me, but many other people. The upside down is actually a representation of hell. So hell like filled with monsters, and obviously this is a spiritual aspect. We don't need to look at that. But that is basically what they were doing with kids who were later gang stalked and targeted and experimented on. That sounds very familiar to us, individuals who are being targeted. And I did go something through something similar, but not so similar, but at the same time, almost the same. But not in terms of like the fact that these the fact that it like we were taken or anything, like no, like it's just the show made the original story more exaggerated and non-fiction than it was supposed to be. um but yes, it did not just happen in America, it happened in Russia as well. um and how do you know, I said I had a few people I was related to from there. And without me having to talk about that, Russia did experiment on people to see if they could gain psychic ability. So they trained their mind, they did experiments on their mind to see if they can have psychic abilities. And a lot of them unfortunately passed away, but there have been people who survived. So if we look at Chernobyl, what happened in Chernobyl, Russia, we will see that it's an absolute ghost town. You wonder what happened there, but the radiation there is so strong. It's actually illegal to go to Chernobyl, maybe unless you have like a crew with you. But Chernobyl was like it was like an experiment. It was like a town full of experiments and weird stuff happened there. And what they are doing with us, victims of gang stalking, is that they're doing this to us to also see if they can activate something in us. I also believe that because um a lot of the times when human, because whether if you believe in any type of spiritual belief you have at some stage, you'll realize that um at like even the people who are doing this to you are trying to prove if there if if there really is a god that exists that can give them karma or that can give them a backlash, like a backfire. And I feel like that's exactly what it is. They just want to keep doing this until they can prove whether or not that God exists, or that if Satan is stronger, or that if the evil is more stronger than our faith in God. That's basically what it is. That's why they keep doing this to us. It really is a battle between the light and the dark. Um, and If we look at astral and lucid dreaming and all these concepts, because it was declassified by the CIA or the FBI that it was in fact something that was practiced by the military. You just go on YouTube and you'll find that out, or even on Google. That you can access certain things in your mind and become stronger that way. And whether you know this or not, I hope that that can help you in also myself, reminding myself that we can get stronger in our sleep, while even while they are attacking us in our sleep. For me, I am not being attacked in I can't feel myself being attacked in my sleep as I did before. And that is because I feel like I am covered by Jesus in my spiritual beliefs. I just feel so protected by Jesus. But at the same time, I also feel burdened by um what I have to deal with and go through. You always wonder, what did I do to deserve this? Like, why am I going through this? And you would just it was happening since you were born. You just weren't gang stalked until they decided that you were to be gang stalked. I was watched for since I was born, and they did want to experiment how my brain works, how my brain ticks. They want to irritate me, frustrate me, agitate me, um, and they behave like such rats. They like mad scientists. I would not say mad scientists, but the people who are conducting no, I would not say the people who are conducting, because my country, it might not be so like that. It's just cults who try to act like mad scientists, but are just really evil people who are practitioners who want to experiment on us to see if they can extract our soul and leave us empty until we take ourselves out. Um, that's if you don't like how spiritual that sound. In other words, they just want to uh make isolate us, make us depressed, make us feel like everybody is against us, a gang stalker. Either way, they just want us to feel that way so that we can take ourselves out, which is Gesetze, right? In Germany, it was established as a way to control people, experiment on people, and make people follow certain rules. Um, my I don't know how to explain this, but my I did talk about this in my previous videos. My grandfather was a victim of witchcraft, and I only find this out recently of a couple months ago. It says more than what I have to know. And he was a part of Masonic lodges. And at the same time, I have an uncle, a family member who is talking really bad things about me, ruining my reputation, um, and spreading lies about my reputation. Um, because I keep exposing, even unintentionally, I was, and I am still now, um and knowingly now, exposing their crimes of what they are doing, what they are involved in, what they agreed to do to me. um so I was just speaking thoroughly what I knew as of now, but I do have a note down about what my uncle is doing. Yeah, so spreading lies, accusing me of really uh exaggerated and crazy lies that are so fictional, so ridiculous, that in a way that they're able to make that picture is by framing me. So let's say I'm at a place at a certain time. They can somehow, they will know that I will be at a place at a certain time, and they will say I am at a place at a certain time, and they'll frame me and say that, oh, she was doing this, she was doing that. But I was just waiting for a party to start because I got the time wrong. But they know that. They know that I will get the time wrong because they made that happen. So they can set me up so they can set me up to make me seem like something that I am not. Like somebody who doesn't have like somebody who doesn't respect themselves, and I respect myself so much that I am willing to be very rude about it, just like how my violators are, and they know that. That's what they've been trying to do to me all those years. um but now that, like, I am happy, they want to take that happiness away from me. if i want to be if I want to be like in a relationship, they will spread lies about me. They will send people to heavily gang stalk me. They will send people to seduce the person that I was with, or get them to just not talk to me out of lies, and turn that person on against me, to gang stalk me based on lies and rumors, and and what my toxic family member was saying about me, my uncle. And the amount of times that I catch this man in my energy, even before I moved closer to where my relatives are, some of them, only some of them, um they've just acted so rude to me, and it's because they know that I know what they were doing. They were a part of this evil uh ritualistic thing that they were experimenting on me for. um it is honestly a very distressing thing for anybody to go through. And sometimes I wonder to myself, um why on earth would these people waste their time doing this unless I really was better than them? And that's basically what it is. They saw in their mind, like, because they have psychics that they will plant in your life wherever you go. So now I'm being serious here, and I already was. Wherever you go, there will be a psychic that will be following you everywhere, at least one. And because that's how they monitor your thoughts. And here's the thing, they can do that through electronics and technology, but they will send a psychic every day to follow you and monitor your thoughts, so that they can see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks or days, or what you're going to be thinking next. That is the work of very evil people. Those are, this is like very demonic individuals, and they are doing this to us. Um, and in their mind, they must have saw that I would be somebody who would make a very good, comfortable life for myself, and they just wanted to destroy that earlier in my life so that I will not get to that stage. But this can teach us also what it means to not also be greedy, but to just appreciate and value your life. Because how many times that they have wanted to take you out, how many times have they mocked you and talked shit about you behind your back while being indirect about it, um, because they're just jealous of everything you do. It's just insane. um when I was with someone and I was holding hands, it just made them so mad. It made them so irritated how someone like me can be happy, how someone like me can hold hands with someone, but they can't. That's like, imagine thinking like such, like a kindergarten, like somebody who just who hasn't come out of play school and is in and believes that they should just be the villain in everybody's life, but at the same time paint you as the villain when all you've done is just be nice to everyone. And I am still nice to everybody. I still give people my time. I still give them the benefit of the doubt, and they still decide to treat me um their petty feelings. And I don't care about it. I know how to deal with it. But it comes to a stage where, like, will these people just ever learn that they're wrong and they need to stop? Like, will they ever just repent for, or just learn that what they are doing is evil, and they need to get a baptism or put holy water on themselves, because it's just chaos. It's disgusting how far that they are going with this. um you know People will be sent in my life to take me off track. I will know, but I will still not care at the same time, because I know how to manage the situation. But people will also be sent into your life to help and to also love and appreciate. But um Having to know the difference all the time is exhausting and tiring. Having to write down everything that these people are doing all the time, every day, listening to their plots and their plans is tiring and exhausting. They will not stop scamming us. They will not stop trying to make us feel uh like insecure within ourselves because we were born in an environment where we love ourselves and they don't. Anyways, I have one more note that I want to address. And yeah, they will destroy any like your relationships, say lies out of jealousy, um, envy, um, and your partner can also just get jealous of you as well, which is insane, and take you for a ride. But like really, who cares about this? Like when we can, cause we have something special, us targeted people. Uh, we can make ourselves stronger by them attacking us. We can prove how better than them they are because that's basically what it is. It's everything combined. Um, I have spoken to mediums and even been sent mediums who have helped me, told me not they have never talked about me being gang stalked. Never. Um the only thing that they've said to me were who are positive things or whatever, but there was one that I spoke to. A little bit suspicious. I talked about being attacked by black magic and she seemed to know everything. She seemed to know like how did you know? How did you know like you were going through this? How did you know you were experiencing black magic? You were you were getting messages from cryptic ones and blah 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 blah. Just talk I was talking about like basic like I didn't even need to talk about it. She was just telling me that. And she's like, "Oh yes, it did backfire." Like I'm talking about something spiritual, right? And seeing one a medium for one of the last times I saw, and I don't know if she was supposed to help me or not, but she just confirmed everything that I knew all this time, but in such a sly way. At the same time, she was still gang stalking. Would you believe that? Only only two mediums I met never gang stalked me, but a lot of the mediums I met were gang stalking me, knowing damn well I'm a good person, knowing damn well that I'm a victim of evil satanic people who wear red shoes and who target children, sacrifice children, all this all these terrible things. Um People do this too to me. Like everybody that you know do this to anybody because they need to save their reputation. They need money. We've already talked about this. There will be evil mediums in your life. Be careful of them. Or just trust your intuition. Practice meditating so you can know what's going on around you. Don't be afraid to get into a meditative state in public. I can guarantee you make people sit far away from you because and that is what you would want if you are being if people are being sent in your life to just disrupt your peace or just turn on you everywhere you go. um I believe that one of the cults I was targeted by was in fact the 769 gang. Not just them, but um global satanic cults and groups, which I've talked about so many times. Um, yeah, at this point, we are being treated like puppets, animals. We are not puppets. We are not animals. And you have a good look at these people and you just see how bad they look. These people who are doing this to us, they look like they haven't taken a shower in 3 days. They look homeless. Uh, they look like evil evil creatures. They uh they look disfigured. They look we can mock our haters. We can go and mock them as much as we want, but at the end of the day, we do what is right. We don't want to get karma ourselves if they're experiencing karma for doing this to us, but we just have a good look at those people who are doing this to us. It will tell you everything. Um I got a lot of fake people, gang stalkers, just pretending to be sick around me. They're doing this because they are spying on me and they know what I am doing in my house. And when I'm doing something in my house and they see it, it's like they feel like because they know I'm watching them, not watching them, but they know that I'm onto them. And so if I do something, they feel like it's targeted at them, but they're targeting me. And they shouldn't be spying on me in the first place. So they're just going around me everywhere, just pretending to sneeze everywhere. Um, you know, um, just doing weird stuff to themselves. Just really bad looking people that need to go take a shower. Um, they look so bad. And this is what they're doing to us. Um, there was a guy who had a huge tattoo on his arm. It was like a like the crown of Jesus, but I would not even want to say that because I respect Jesus so much. But it was like a thorn, like thorns, like a thorn tattoo over his arm. Like a guy who's like a like a native man, right? He kept gang stalking me. He had earphones on, but he was gang stalking me, pretending to sneeze so much. And he was the plant. He was planted on that train with everybody else. He was planted on that train with everybody else so that everybody would be in synchronized with him to start gang stalking me to let them know that this is me, this is the one that we're supposed to gang stalk to take out in the future or just attempt to just again fuck up things for her. Excuse my language. Um they know that they're being annoying. They know so well that they're being annoying and they're just doing this on purpose. They're recruiting kids to do this, so they're indoctrinating kids to do evil things. They're indoctrinating their kids to make them to make them so demonic into such evil things. Um, to to turn good things about me into false narratives. To make me seem like something I'm not. um, which is a smear campaign. part of a smear campaign. It's part of a noise campaign that they're doing on me and many other targeted individuals. Um, yeah, so they're doing this to ruin our reputation. They another thing that they're doing, even kids, they keep clapping their hands a lot. Like, what is this? Like this is they kept doing this with me. They keep clapping their hands to me, fiddling with their pens or some bullshit. Not really pens, but just their hands. Forgive my language. I don't usually swear, but if you see Narc, I think it's the channel is called Narc Survivor, but they've talked about clapping hand. I'm pretty sure, or maybe it was a different video. They talked about how clapping the hands was a part of a gang stalking tactic, and it's all just to piss you off. It's all just to make you, just to get you to be set up. Um, and if you are already going through this, like, do isolate yourself from people you don't trust. And this can be family members or what I am referring to. If you go to a social event, be very careful who you talk to or trust. Um, and I've been so busy and mentally tired and exhausted that I don't have the chance to go to church. I do have the chance. I'm just so tired of this everywhere I go. Um, but like I said, they're trying to ruin your reputation. They're trying to turn people against you so that they can keep carrying out their fake lifestyles while also being so evil to you in person. Um, that was a start to my new year. Um, but then again, it's just a cycle, right? Years are just cycles. Um, if you ever wonder why people disappear or go missing, you would know that it's the same people who are doing this to us. Um, if you heard about, I don't know if I should talk about this, but um, there are very evil people that exist in this world. And even when I was at the beach, there was a guy who just decided to gang stalk me from this place he was standing up on. And they were all just staring at me while I was swimming in the ocean. They were just staring at me on this like bridge, like just people staring at me on the bridge. One of them gang stalking me. Like that's annoying. Like gang stalking me while I'm just swimming. Like like they're trying to make me uncomfortable with anything. Well, I'm just going to keep living my life. Like this is how you should view it. Um, like even if you're whatever, they're just weirdos, they're just losers, and the people that they are getting to ruin your reputation, and even your exes, right? Like, for instance, the they will not leave you alone. They are turning people against you. Like they don't like all their time is going into just but they're upsetting you. But again, they're part of a group cult that they take people out in order to make money off you and to just violate you by like watching you and surveillancing you and following you around and sending people in. It's just really evil stuff, and we need to stop fighting back. We need to start talking about this. We need to start investigating this. I'm we need to start remembering. Uh Try to find ways where you can unblock amnesia or memory loss so you can talk more about this, but do what you can. I think I talked a lot now. Um, I did say I was going to be posting a documentary, but I don't know why it's taking so long. Maybe I need to refilm that. I probably will refilm that because the way I filmed it, it was upside down. Um, it is a documentary about just weird shit in my country, whether it's related to gang stalking or not. It is the same people who are doing this to me. Um, I have nothing against anyone, um, but the fact that I believe in Jesus. I hope you have a good New Year's. You had a good New Year. I'm gonna end this video now. Stay safe, and keep looking good. And yeah, just remember that you look so good that um they feel so threatened by that it's actually brutal for them. And again, with the new comments on my channels talking about the video I talked about with Masonic men and all that who are doing this to me, um, it it like it all comes down to people feeling insecure about the way they look. And whether or not um they're trying to prove that they're not um pedos, covering up their crimes. Um, keep keep going to the gym. For me, that helps, but the distance to my gym and walking, I can't walk there, but whenever I get taken there, it's like I have to convince the person taking me there. But try to exercise as much as you can, and I will tell you this, you will brutally defeat them and and their miserable tactics against you each and every single time. Have a good one, guys. Bye.